This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blu.
Good morning, I'm Vidusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 11th of July and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. June of this year was the warmest on record, according to the European Union's Climate Service. This marks the 12th consecutive month that global temperatures have surpassed the 1.5 degrees Celsius global warming threshold, highlighting the ongoing impact of rising temperatures and climate change. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Austrian President Alexander Van der Bellen on Wednesday to discuss expanding bilateral cooperation. Modi emphasized the meeting as very good and highlighted the focus on enhancing India-Austria ties in a post on X. Norway will donate 6 F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine to help defend against Russian attacks, Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store announced on Wednesday. He emphasized the importance of these jets for Kyiv defense. Meanwhile, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, speaking in Washington, highlighted that the upcoming gathering will be both a celebration and an opportunity for NATO members to make significant future decisions. Britain is likely to lose nearly 1 in 6 of its US dollar millionaires by 2028, but their number is set to grow in other countries, including the United States, and surge in Taiwan, according to a report published on Wednesday. Syria's national airline resumed regular flights to Saudi Arabia on Wednesday after a 12-year hiatus. Now, the first flight landed in Riyadh, marking a significant step in the gradual reapproachment between the two countries, which restored diplomatic relations last year. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant announced on Wednesday that 60% of Hamas fighters have been eliminated or wounded since the terrorist organization's October 7 attacks. Addressing Parliament, Gallant emphasized Israel's determination to achieve its military objectives of eliminating Hamas and rescuing all hostages from Gaza. China's foreign ministry responded on Wednesday to a report that India plans to spend $1 billion to expedite the construction of 12 hydropower stations in Arunachal Pradesh, stating that India has no right to carry out development in the area. During Prime Minister Narendra Modi's two-day visit to Moscow, India and Russia agreed to promote bilateral trade settlements using their national currencies. Russia's Charge d'Affaires Roman Babushkin stated on Wednesday that a key point in the joint statement was the decision to proceed with the national currency settlement system. China announced on Wednesday an investigation into whether the European Union has engaged in unfair trade practices in its probes of Chinese companies bidding on projects within the 27-nation bloc. This move is seen as a new development in the escalating trade tensions between the two economic giants. As they convene for their annual summit in Washington on July 10, US President Joe Biden and other NATO leaders are set to announce new assistance for Ukraine. Biden, 81 years old, hopes the international gathering, surrounded by allied leaders he spent his 3 years in office cultivating, will help him recover from a June 27 debate loss and recent criticism about his suitability for leadership. Islamabad said on Wednesday that 1.45 million Afghan refugees in Pakistan will be permitted to remain for an additional year, but it vowed that the expulsion of unregistered migrants would go on. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह RKTF विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी। RKTF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky launched an initiative to entice fighting-age men living abroad to enlist. Hundreds of Ukrainians in Poland have expressed interest in joining a new legion of Ukraine's army that will be trained in Poland, according to Polish news outlet RMF. Shivani Raja, a Tory politician of Indian origin, was elected to Parliament from Leicester East in the recent UK elections, defeating Rajesh Agarwal, a former London deputy mayor, with 14,526 votes to his 10,100. In a post on X, Raja shared a video of her swearing-in ceremony and said it was an honour to be sworn into the Parliament today to represent Leicester East. Following a mass trial that was harshly criticized by UN experts and rights organizations, a court in the United Arab Emirates sentenced 43 citizens to life in prison for having connections to terrorists, state media said on Wednesday. Bangladesh's top court on Wednesday temporarily suspended quotas for coveted government jobs after nationwide student protests against the system, which they call discriminatory. The quota system reserves more than half of the civil service posts for specific groups, including children of liberation heroes. Two astronauts who should have returned to Earth weeks ago expressed confidence on Wednesday in Boeing's space capsule despite breakdowns. NASA test pilots Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams, who launched aboard Boeing's new Starliner capsule early last month, are on the first people to ride it. A Mumbai court on Wednesday remanded Mihir Shah, the prime accused in the BMW hit-and-run case, to police custody until July 16. Shah, 24, was arrested on Tuesday, 2 days after allegedly ramming his BMW into a two-wheeler, killing a woman and injuring her husband. He was produced before Chief Metropolitan Magistrate SP Bhosle at Savory Court, who ordered his police custody. The Biden administration reaffirmed that India will remain a strategic partner for the United States despite concerns over its ties with Russia. This statement followed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's two-day visit to Moscow, where he attended the 22nd India-Russia Annual Summit at the invitation of President Vladimir Putin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, addressing the Indian diaspora in Vienna on Wednesday, emphasized that India has given Buddha, that is peace, to the world, not Yuddha, war, underlining the country's commitment to peace and prosperity. He asserted that India is poised to strengthen its role in the 21st century, aiming to be the best, the brightest, and achieve the brightest milestones. 2 days after the Supreme Court observed that the sanctity of the NEET UG 2024 has been breached, the central government on Wednesday filed an affidavit before the Apex Court in Paper Leak Row, saying that it is not in support of a retest, citing an analysis by IIT Madras which suggests there was no mass malpractice in the exam. Recent RBI data reveals that India added 2.5 times more jobs in the financial year 2023-24, marking the highest increase since 1981-82. This provides strong ammunition for the government and finance ministry to counter the opposition's claim of crippled and slowed governance. Notably, job growth was recorded in both the agricultural and manufacturing sectors. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.